Wow. More bad news for Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. The WBC agrees that Deontay Wilder deserves the opportunity at a trilogy fight. Wilder's currently in arbitration mediation, trying to make that a reality. We're going to talk about all this and more. It's not looking good for the boy Fury. Smash the like button and subscribe. I'll be back.
It's no secret that Joshua did not want this fight, and he didn't want it for a reason, because Deontay Wilder is the most fiercest puncher in boxing history, in heavyweight division history, and I saw that tonight and I felt it. No wonder AJ didn't want no part of that right hand. He can't move like me, he'd have been nailed.
Yo, what up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, that's $Boxingego, and the Patreon family. Yeah, we working. Before I get started, ESPN Plus, use my link in the description. It does help the channel continue to grow in a phenomenal way. Stay original. Stay creative, stay independent when you guys click on that link. ESPN Plus, they offer a ton of original content, docuseries, documentaries, archive footage from some of your favorite fights of the past, and more. Get ESPN Plus as a standalone app, $5.99, or you can get the bundle, which is ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus, all three apps, one low price of $12.99. I personally have all three, and I use them. So you guys should enjoy that. Now, bad news for the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, right? This article just came out, Sky Sports. Link will be in the description. Make sure you don't miss it. And you guys see the title. The WBC, Wilder deserves another opportunity. Pressure burst pipes. So this is, keep in mind, UK media. It says, Deontay Wilder deserves another opportunity after defeat by Tyson Fury, says the WBC president, Mauricio Sulaiman. So keep in mind, the belt, I'm not talking about the Ring Magazine belt owned by Golden Boy, but the belt, the main belt that Tyson Fury has is the WBC belt, which Wilder had for, I think, a coveted 10 defenses. And it says the American has entered into a mediation process with Fury after he was unable to agree to terms for a third WBC title fight following the British star's win. Sulaiman says Fury retains the full support of the WBC. So it's funny how, you know, he has to clarify that. The full support of the WBC, but has acknowledged that Wilder remains firmly in contention for another WBC title fight. Wow. It keeps going from sugar to Look, there is an issue. You know, let me punch in for y'all, because I know y'all like to play games with me. Y'all like to play games with me, huh? Like I don't do this for real? Okay. There is an issue that we are aware of, that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder have some sort of mediation process going on. And that's the only thing, but we don't have any details, Sulaiman told Sky Sports. So you have the WBC playing dumb. Tyson Fury was trying to run from the rematch, the trilogy fight, like he did after the first fight. You know, he teamed up with ESPN and all this stuff, and he had decided that in doing so, he was just going to move on. And that was, you know, that was good enough. Go on and fight Tom Schwartz and Otto Vailin and go to WWE, right? And then fight Wilder. Now Suleiman's trying to act like he doesn't have any details. Once again, the whole world knows that Tyson Fury was trying to move on yet again and leave Wilder in the dust. So basically play keep away with that belt. Wilder gave him an opportunity, but he was not trying to fulfill his end of the bargain by going through with the third and likely final fight. WBC continued, we're just hoping that everything gets resolved and everybody is happy and we see great fights in the ring. Yeah, you see how they're trying to be diplomatic. After the Wilder Fury fight, part 2, people seen things wrong with Tyson Fury's glove. Still hasn't been explained. WBC says if you believe that Tyson Fury would have cheated, even though he has cheated in the past, you're stupid and it's a ridiculous way of taking away credit. Says, asked if Wilder could feature in the WBC's future plans, Mauricio Suleiman responded, Wilder is a tremendous, important element. He was 5 years a champion of the WBC and extremely loyal. What does his loyalty have to do with anything? You know, some more BS from the WBC. The greatest knockout ratio, the percentage is unbelievable, and he is a very dear fighter, a champion in the WBC. And get this, and he deserves, of course, another opportunity, right? Suleiman continue. Oh my God, this is bad. Oh, media, y'all got to pay. Y'all pay. He gave Tyson Fury the opportunity, and Tyson Fury beat him, knocked him out, and of course, Wilder's in the mix. He deserves an opportunity, and we should see how things evolve in the upcoming year. Oh my gosh. So the reason this is bad news is pretty apparent for Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury last month told you that the fight is off. Here's the article. Tyson Fury has, quote, moved on from the Deontay Wilder fight. This was October 11th. You guys see that? Last month. He said he's washing his hands clean of the Wilder fight. And people like myself said I was going to do the Tyson Fury blackout. I have no interest in seeing Tyson Fury fight anyone else. Look, now to make that even more messed up, it says, I was looking forward, this is Tyson Fury now, I was looking forward to smashing Deontay Wilder again. A quick and easy fight, Fury said. But Wilder and his team were messing around with the date. They don't really want the fight with the lineal champion. They know how it ends. The world knows how it ends with Wilder on his ass again. So Tyson Fury tried to paint this picture that Wilder was ducking, but then Wilder put him in a legal process and proceeding in a mediation. How could you be ducking somebody, but you're trying to legally make sure you and ensure that you get the fight? These things do not make sense. But what more can you expect from somebody who's cheated and lied in the past and made a bunch of erratic comments? Fury says, and this is last month's article, then they asked me if I would agree to push it to December. I agreed to December 19th, Fury said. Then they being Team Wilder, tried to change the date again into the next year. I've been training and I'm ready. When they tried moving off of December 19th and pushing it to next year, enough was enough. I've moved on. Fast forward to the future. WBC, what are they saying? They're saying not so fast. You can't just move on like that. Wilder deserves another opportunity. Bet you didn't expect it to be like that, huh? The bad news ensues with Tyson Fury. So a past article, again, Tyson Fury's own team, Top Rank, Bob Arum says there's no legal recourse for Wilder's team if the third Fury fight doesn't happen. A month later, his other promoter says arbitration ruling may force Tyson Fury to fight Deontay Wilder in 2021, Frank Warren says. Now you have the WBC saying Wilder deserves another opportunity. And guess what, guys? Do what's right. He gave Fury an opportunity when Fury was a relic, forgotten about, right? He gave Fury the opportunity, WBC, and Fury beat him, knocked him out, and Wilder's in the mix. He deserves another opportunity. But let Fury say, I'm the best fighter in the world. I'll beat him quick and easy, but you're trying to get out of the rematch. It's not looking too good. And then he lied to the public, Tyson Fury, that is, and he says that Wilder's team was messing around with the date. You guys see that? They were messing around with the date. When we're in a global pandemic, once in a decade type of deal, an ordeal, the whole world, and that's the true reason, that plus with the live gate situation with the limited amount of crowds. Anthony Joshua, who's a bigger name out there in the UK, he's unable to have a full crowd. They said there could be about 1,000 people at his Pulev fight. So we know he would have more than 1,000 people likely if we weren't in a pandemic. But yet and still, Tyson Fury continues to play dumb, and he wants to paint this imagery that Wilder was ducking him. But again, I ask you, how can Wilder be ducking if he's chasing? You can't duck and chase something. That's like me saying a firefighter who is on the truck speeding, making traffic get out the way, speeding towards the 4-alarm fire. That's like me saying the firefighter is ducking the fire and avoiding the fire. If you were ducking, you would stay at the fire station, or you would turn the truck around and go the opposite direction from the blaze, right? You can't say a firefighter is afraid and so deathly afraid of that 4-alarm fire, but then they're racing towards it, and they got all their gear and hoses and equipment, fire retardant equipment, to try to battle the fire. You see what I'm saying? But yet and still, Fury's team continues to lie to the public and make it look like Wilder don't want no mas. Now the WBC is agreeing with Boxingego and obviously Wilder, and it took for Wilder to go into a mediation process where he cornered these dudes, and Ego to authorize on his channel the first ever Tyson Fury blackout, where we black out a fighter and basically boycott. Now all of a sudden, people are starting to talk with some sense. Bad look. So this is what happens when you trust a crackhead. As I've stated time and time again, Tyson Fury is a born-again liar, right? Tyson Fury says he's moved on. But now the WBC, this upcoming mediation or ongoing mediation arbitration process may say otherwise. Tyson Fury said he was fighting December 5th at home. Then he came out and tweeted that he's not fighting December 5th at home. Bob Arum says there's no legal recourse for Wilder's team. A month later, his other promoter says legal recourse and an arbitration ruling may actually cause the fight to have to happen. The WBC is now saying, hey, let's be fair. Wilder does deserve another opportunity. And like I said, I'm going to read it one more time for you guys. Tyson Fury, you see it. It's right there. Hold on. Because I want to make sure it's understood. This is what I do. You see it in green. I was looking forward to smashing Wilder again, a quick and easy fight, right? But Wilder and his team were messing around with the date. Then they asked me if I would agree to push it to December. Tyson Fury says I agreed to December 19th. Then they tried to change the date again into next year. So he's not blaming the pandemic. He's not blaming the absence of the live gate. He's blaming it all on Wilder. He said, I've been training, I'm ready. When they tried moving it off December 19th and pushing to next year, enough was enough, so I've moved on. So he tried to, and paint this narrative that Wilder and his team were playing around and weren't ready. He even said Wilder was injured, so somehow that's the reason. And Wilder, the world knows how it'll end, even though he's being accused of cheating and he hasn't proven himself innocent as far as I'm concerned, So he blamed Wilder entirely and said Wilder moved off of December 19th, so the rematch clause expired and he had his chance. But boom. This is another article. This is from ESPN. You guys see that? ESPN. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder 3 off December 19th and a new date is sought. This is from September 30th. And guess what? Tyson Fury's own promoter in the opening paragraph completely kills off his whole lie and argument. And I'll read it. The third fight between heavyweight champion Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, you guys see this, will not take place December 19th as planned. Top-ranked promoter Bob Arum told ESPN on Wednesday. The reason, football. The reason, football. Quote, we're moving off because there's 5 conference championship games that day and night, plus 2 NFL games, Arum said. So you have Tyson Fury, who says they, Wilder tried to change the date and he got tired of it and said enough is enough. And this was, keep in mind, like, bro, dates are important. You got to look at the dates. This was October 11th. But when it was found out that December would no longer be the working date on this ESPN article, this was from September 30th. So that means Tyson Fury did his interview blaming it on Wilder to his fans after Bob Arum told you the real reason why the fight wouldn't happen December 19th. And that's how you catch a body. Bob Arum told you everything, right? Right here. So we can't go with the 19th. This is a direct quote on ESPN. So we can't go with the 19th. We're looking at other dates right now because ESPN advised us. It's all there. I got the breadcrumbs for y'all. And Fox advised the PBC, which promotes Wilder. So we're looking at the schedule trying to pick a date. Tyson Fury's own promoter says this. But let Tyson Fury, the liar, tell it. Wilder was injured and he was playing. Look. Fury said, hold on. Fury said that the fight was supposed to happen in July, but Wilder, 34, claimed an injury and pushed the date to October before trying to push the date twice more. So again, you have Tyson Fury, who's blaming it all on Wilder, not even incorporating the fact that we're in a global pandemic and he's trying to get out of the fight, but then he's trying to paint the picture that Wilder's ducking. And that's how you catch a body. More bad news, Tyson Fury. Smash the like button. We working. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.